The profit in dollars involved in printing and selling X copies of a particular book follow the rule P is equal to 15x to the 2/3 over 4 plus 3x minus 200. How many books need to be produced before a profit is made? If P is negative, then we think of that as being a loss. If P is positive, then we think of that as being a profit. So the boundary between these two things is clearly 0. So what we want is 15x to the 2/3 over 4 plus 3x minus 200 is equal to 0. And don't forget, this is a calculator paper. So we can solve this on the calculator. So, action, advanced, solve. 0 equals, 0 didn't come out, so we'll go back and do that. And what do we have? So we've got 15x to the power 2/3 divided by 4, add 3x, take away 200. And we'll execute on that, and it gives us 49.7 and so on. So we're going to have to sell 50 books for a profit. Determine a simplified expression for the marginal profit involved in printing and selling X copies of this particular book. I really suggest that you do this manually, as sometimes the calculator gives really funny looking answers when you've got fractional indices. So we want P dashed of X, so that's going to be 15 over 4 times 2/3 X to the negative 1/3 plus 3. So this would cancel with this to give us 5. This cancels with this to give us 2. So we could say that's 5 over 2x to the negative 1/3 plus 3. Or you could change that into 5 over 2x to the 3rd, add 3, and you could then change that to a cube root. Any of those things are acceptable. Determine the average profit per book of producing the second 500 books. So P of 1000 is the profit on selling 1000 books. The second 500 books starts at 501 and goes up to 1000. So if we take away the profit for the first 500, then we get the profit for 501 to 1000. Average means we need to divide by the number of books, and if we calculate that, we get 163876 divided by 500, which is $3.28. We're now going to use the marginal rate to estimate the profit of printing one more book at the stage in the printing when 1000 copies have been produced. Compare this profit with the average profit of producing the second 500 copies of the book. So what we want is P dashed of 1000, the marginal rate. So that's this one here. So that's going to be 5 over 2 times 1000 to the 3rd, add 3, and if we work that out, it comes to $3.25. So that's less than the average in part C.